Hi everybody, it's Angie from Angie's Crazy Minnesota Diamond Painting. I just wanted to show my face so everybody can recognize who's behind the scenes. And I don't usually wear glasses, but I'm getting old and blind as bats, so yeah, I need readers. Like bad. Yeah. Okay. And my hair's a mess, so I put on a cap and put my hair in braids because my hair is just unmanageable. And of course, you can't go get your hair cut because nobody's open. So now what? Huh? Gotta live like this for how long? I'm ready to cut my own hair. Alright, some other things I want to talk about. Okay, first, I'm gonna rotate you around down to my painting I'm doing and talk to you about some things and get some feedback. So, with that, here we go for a ride. Okay, ready? Because it's pretty exciting. We're just gonna go into it. Okay, hang on. Oops, I need to try to adjust you just a little bitty bit. Okay, I hope this light pad ain't too bright. But I want to show you, this is the one I'm going to start. It is from Disc Paint Store. And it is this. Hopefully you can see it. It's like 4 pictures in one. It's a wildlife one. Not crazy that I want to do it right now, but I'm kind of wanting to do some confetti. So, I have my trays all set up and numbered. Got my little list here. And I got my color minder, my tweezers are out, and I got me some blue wax. See, I'm using blue wax. And I'm using my Bleeding Heart clay pen. It looks better in the lights, you can see better. Clay pen that Crashly made me. So I am using that today. And for some reason, I don't know why, I love this tray. It's got the cutout right there, and it's this big. And when I do my diamond painting, I just put my finger in there and hold it and keep moving it around. For some reason, this just empties the best into my containers for me, and the spouts always plug up or they fall out of the spout. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But anyway. But I have some things coming, still waiting from China. And I'm going to start down here, I think. I should have cut this, but I didn't. Because I wasn't thinking before I did this. Of course. Because I just wanted to get on ramble on. And also I'm going to do a video. So you probably see me in the same clothes, because it's going to be the same day. But I want to show you my diamond paintings that I have completed so far since I've started really getting into diamond painting. I'm going to pull this up just a wee bit and get this crease on here just right so that I keep a nice even roll, so I ain't all kittywampus and all over the place. And I just wanted to, I've got some things coming from, some diamond paintings coming. This is being a bugger today. Okay. I got some tools that I ordered for diamond painting. I'm not going to tell you what they are, because I haven't really seen anybody with them. Maybe a few. And then I've got some paintings that I ordered from fan sales. 6 of them. Then I get later, after weeks, saying, well, they're sending me, out of the 4, 6 of them, and they refunded me for 2 of the paintings I wanted. which I was bummed out about because I really wanted those two, but I'm happy that I got the 4 that I wanted, that I really wanted. So it worked. I got my money refunded, so I don't know. And I ordered some more things to make myself some cover minders for me and some of my family that's into diamond painting, like my daughter, my sister, my grandson, my granddaughter. There's a few other people. But my sister is really getting into diamond painting, and she's really loving diamond dots, and she loves doing the big ones now. Now she don't want to do small, just big. So I was trying to help her with that. Funny story about that. She went and ordered something off of AliExpress last year in November. And she was looking through because she was ordering some when I was talking to her about a couple places on AliExpress that I ordered from. And she said, you know, I ordered this and it says I received it, but I never got it. I was like, well, if you never got it, you better file a dispute or something or get a hold of that company. Well, the next day she lets me, or later that night maybe, or the next day, either way, she texted me back and said she found that painting. She has diamond paintings everywhere. She don't keep track of where she ordered from or anything. She has paintings everywhere. She's just like going full bore on this diamond painting, which I love because she's going to be just as crazy as I am. And my daughter, when we get shopping for diamond paintings, we're just back and forth constantly. So it's a lot of fun because we're like, ooh, I need this, I need that. Oh, where'd you find that one? I need that one too. All right. But me and my sister want to do a big diamond painting together. And I was just wondering, would anybody be interested in, say, doing like a from Peggy by CS Deals, or you know, one of a new frog painting that used to be out. Any of those companies, small companies that people can afford, would want to do a whip and chat thing, a follow along, like a, oh, what do you call it? My brain, what is it? Like a paint along. But you can pick any painting you want as long as it's from that company. And we can all do it together. Or let's call it AliExpress paint along. You can pick any painting you bought off AliExpress and say, let's say we're going to do a 30 by 40 or set a size. And just do something like that, because I know a lot of people are doing like Diamond Art Club and Treasure Studio Arts and Pink Raspberry, and well, that's just not in my budget, guys. I would love to do it. But I thought maybe some people would like to feel more wanting to do things like that can afford to do it. So they could like, well, I can't afford that, so well, I can't do that. Well, how about let's do a cheaper painting of anyone you want from a certain company that we can afford, and let's do a paint along together. And I'm thinking that will help a lot of us, because there's a lot of us that do buy from AliExpress and do buy from CS Deals and Peggy Buy and all these other, I think they're all like sister things, sister companies, because some cost more and some cost less. I don't understand that part either. But I just thought, what would you think of that? Would you guys like something like that? And it could be square or round, I don't care what it is. And let's just do a painting where we could paint along, and you could pull out your painting that is in your budget that you usually buy from, so you can just diamond paint, because it's for the pleasure. It's not anything else. It's just relaxing. It's something everybody could do, and that's affordable. So that's something I want to try. I do have 2 paintings coming from Treasure Studio Arts, and the only reason why I have 2 of them coming is because I want to give away. from in February from Rebecca and Grace. Grace's oh, what was it? Their paint along, Valentine paint along, and I just won a painting from a giveaway from Pretty Neat and Creative from Diamond Painting Dreamer from Linda. So I got that. So the reason I have those coming is because they were a giveaway prize that I won. So I'm anxious to try something that I can't afford to do. So I'm so happy and so excited that I got to do it and that I won. So it'll be interesting to see. I also was thinking about doing this recipe that is quick and easy that I'm going to post up. It's just a quick cold salad that doesn't cause any cooking or anything. It's just few ingredients, stir, mix, toss, you're done. No cooking involved. So I was going to do that because it's my favorite. And I do it 2 different ways, but I'm going to show you the first simple way. Okay. So, let's see. I have some weird things going on lately. I want to say it started in March. It could have been earlier, but I noticed it in March. I have this lantern. Let me find a color here. These are, what is the B? Number 26. So 26 pulled out. Okay. Alright. But I have something weird happening, and I don't understand what the meaning is, why it's happening, and I have this lantern that, God, I'm getting cat hair, dog hair all over. This is making me nuts. You animals in my paintings again. I don't know how you could be unless you could fit in that cardboard flat box to squeeze in there and do it. Probably fell off of me. Maybe it was my hair. Who knows? But it looked black, so I don't think it was me. Probably my cat. Okay, so anyway, I have this lantern, old style lantern that my daughter bought me. It looks like an old style lantern, and it's a Christmas one, and inside it's got a candle with batteries that you put in the bottom, and it flickers on and off, so it looks like a lit candle. Okay, so get this. Back in March, I started noticing it, so I started writing down the dates and the time when it turned on and when I noticed it was off. Okay. So this has been happening, and the batteries are dead, guys. I don't even think the switch is even on, which I didn't check, but anyway, the batteries are dead. It hasn't worked for a year, and all of a sudden, this lantern comes on and lights up the candle, right? Okay, it comes on at random times. It's always at night, never during the day. And it doesn't happen every so many days, so it's not like, oh, it's on a timer thing and this and that. But no, it's not like that. So anyways, it happened last night, and it's happening at different times. So last night at 10:42, I was sitting there, I watched TV, and I glanced over, and all of a sudden this lantern's on. So this candle's going. Battery operated candle. Battery operated candle. And I sat and I wrote down the date, the time, and everything. And then went off at like, I can't remember the time. It was at like 11 14 it went off. Yeah, 11:14 it went off. So, and it gets really, really bright, and then it dims down and flickers. And when I'm talking and saying certain things, it gets brighter. And then, it's really strange. So I'm just like, is this somebody, a family member or somebody reaching out to me and using this candle to get my attention? I don't know. And the dates, I haven't figured out. So, it's not like every so many days it goes off or a certain time it goes off. It just randomly happens. And this hasn't been on for a year, like I said. So I'm just keeping track and wondering what the heck is going on. And if there's a message, I sure would like to know what it is. Because I'm not scared of it. I'm just more curious to why it's happening. Because I have batteries and other things that have been dead for a while and nothing's coming on at all except this one candle. So I found that pretty interesting. Has anything like that ever happened to you? Like, sometimes I wonder, it's like, is that a sign that someone you love or somebody is trying to get your attention and they're showing you signs? And it's like, because it's just weird. I don't understand. But anyway, that's been going on. And with this quarantine thing, I'm not going to really talk about it because I just want to let everybody know, just look at the brighter side. You do get to spend more time with your family and get to know each other more. You're still able to go outside. You're still able to have your pets and animals and do normal things. You just can't, and you can get your groceries, your meds, any necessities you need. So it's not like you're just totally shut off. It's almost like everybody needs to slow down, take a breath, just breathe, just take in some things and think about things. So it's like, this is time to kind of reflect instead of thinking bad things or being scared or anything like that. Because to me, it's almost like, okay, it's time to slow down. Families need to pay more attention and get closer and take a little stress off yourself from working. So maybe you just need a break. So maybe this is kind of like saying the world's going too fast, you need to slow down, take care of the earth, take care of each other, do things that are better, change things while you can, because things can go awry and just be chaotic. Like, I know there's a lot of people that are probably really, really scared. On the other hand, I'm not, but I'm not one that likes to go out and do things. My husband loves to run. That's killing him, not me. I am a homebody. I like to stay home, spend time with my animals, and craft, and binge watch shows, and read, listen to music, do some cooking and baking. It just all depends on my mood for the day. And it gives us time, even though I can't go see my family, but at least now it's like, okay, I can't go see you, but hey, we have video chat. We can still talk to each other. We can still diamond paint together while we're video chatting, and still be like we're still there. Because when I talk to my sister or my grandson or my daughter, when we do live on Messenger, and when I'm done, I feel like I was right there with them. So I don't feel sad because it felt like they were right here with me. So take that time to use that. that messenger, instant messenger, so you can reach out to your family and friends, because it feels just like being there without having to go anywhere. And you can still enjoy doing things with them even though you're not in the same place together. And I'm excited because I want to do some messenger with my sister and grandson and my daughter Ashley with so we could diamond paint together and just talk while we diamond paint, kind of like what we're doing now. But I think of you guys all as my family too, and I have a lot of you that I consider, really good friends. And I enjoy having friends because I don't get out. I don't know. I'm not going to get into why I don't go out, because I just don't. For a lot of reasons. It's not because of this illness. It's been happening for a long time. But, I hope I ain't saying stupid, like, or, things like that over and over, because, God, no, that's annoying as heck. I'm trying to, my son has a podcast. Hello, shout out to my son, Brandon Holtz. He wanted me to shout him out because he says I never talk about him. Well, son, today's your day. I'm going to talk about you. All right, the good, the bad, the ugly. And very strange. Strange child. I'll tell you a couple stories about my son, Brandon, who looked so sweet, innocent, shy little boy that he was. Wasn't so sweet, wasn't so shy and innocent. He was always sweet. He still is sweet. I am so glad I have a son like him. I am very proud of him because he loves his two kids to death, and they love him. He's a great dad. And he didn't have his dad in his life. So I hope some things that he saw that my mom and my family and, my sister and brother and everybody kind of showed him, all the love that we can give him, even though you may not have your dad in your life, but you got all these other people. And from them all helping to be role models for my son and myself, just tell him, hey, I don't think he wanted to be one of those dads like his that just has a child and boom, gone. No. Because I'm sure that really hurt him and bothered him, because I know it does my daughter. And they're both have the same dad, my oldest daughter and my son. My youngest daughter has a different father. I'm not going to get into that. But excuse me if I sound stuffy and stuff. It's my allergies. It's nuts. But, okay. So my son has done some really strange things. I need a drink. Hang on. Some things my son did when he was little. And I gave him the Billy Ray Cyrus haircut. He had a mullet. Yes, my son, you had a mullet. And I have pictures to prove it. And he had he had beautiful long hair. But, anyway. So he had that. And he loved his pacifier, his plug. And he had to have this one certain pacifier that had like a squeaker on the end. So it goes in your mouth and it's got the round piece, and then the other piece is soft and squishy. You could sit and squeak it. Well, he would sit and suck on that. When he got old enough, he would sit and squeak that to soothe them and suck on it to soothe himself. Well, he loved that pacifier. He called it his pug. So he did some things that he would throw a fit, right? And all of a sudden, wherever he was at, he would like to just get on his knees or just stand up and slam his head into something and have a fit. So we'd be in the apartment and he'd get mad because of something and have a fit, and he tried slamming his head into the floor, sitting on his knees and just pound his head into the floor. I quick throw a pillow under there so he couldn't do it, and he'd get so mad and he'd whip the pillow at me. And then I would grab another pillow because he was going to do it again, and he kept it up, and finally he just gave up because he wasn't going to win. Or he tried to do it and I put my hand down there just to catch his head so he wouldn't do it. It's like, that's not good for your head, son. Quit doing that. One time we were outside and he was so mad. He didn't want, I think he thought, well, I'm not going to do it on the sidewalk because that's going to really hurt. For some reason he thought, well, Mom's car is just as good. So he goes to my car in the parking lot, right, because my car is right in front of the building. And he was going to slam his head into my car, and I blocked his head. And he got so mad, he punched the heck out of that car. And he would do such weird things like sticking weird, gross things in his mouth. Like, who wants to sit and eat sand and rocks? He always did that. Ugh. He'd be outside, it's like, put that down, and he'd quick throw it in his mouth. It's like, get some digging sand and rocks out of his mouth. And he wanted to eat a worm one time, and I told him, no. You are not eating that. No, 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 no. And he used to go, my daughter loved to paint, his sister did, his oldest sister. And she would have her little paint stand up and her paints out. I caught him, and I took pictures of him doing it too. He would go and take the paintbrush, and he was supposed to be painting. Well, this son of mine was not going to paint. He decided, let's dip the paintbrush in the water, and let's put it in this color, and let's taste it. So he was eating every paint color there was and putting it in his mouth. So, no, he didn't paint. He painted his face, his mouth, anything but paper. But just on himself and his mouth. And then, one time I was doing his hair. And this is so funny because I thought his sister was taking boogers and putting them in his hair. And I said, how are you getting boogers in your hair, son? What is the world? So I told Ashley, stop doing that. I said, would you like if I put boogers in your hair? And she's like, not understanding where this is coming from, because she's like, I didn't do it. So one time I was watching, and my son was busy watching Disney movie. He was sitting there. He got a booger on his thumb or his finger, and he would swipe it on top of his head, and it would stick in his hair. He was putting his own boogers in his hair. I tell ya, trying to break him from that gross habit. At least he wasn't eating them, but I didn't like him running around with boogers sticking over in his head. God, it was, what a kid. Ugh. And then he's went and ate one of those. He didn't eat it all, but he took a bite of it. Excuse me. You know those crystals that you hang on the side of your toilet? They look like a half moon and they're real sparkly and shiny to deodorize your toilet bowl. So, okay. My daughter comes out and tells me Brandon ate something out of the toilet. So I am freaking, thinking, oh God, is he eating poop? What's he doing? I didn't even look. I went in there, and he was spitting it out and spitting out. And I was like, what? She said, what did you put in your mouth? And he showed me. He took a chunk and bit off a piece of that toilet bowl deodorizer. And his sister told told him that it was candy. So he took a bite of it. I was freaking out. My son's mouth was radiating toilet bowl cleaner. He smelled good, but it's, why do you smell like a toilet bowl? Okay, so I had to quick call poison control. I'm freaking out. What do I do? Is he going to get sick and die on me? What's going on? I was panicked. I called poison control. They told me to give him that syrup of Epicac to make you throw up. I did not have any. So a daycare in town, she had it on hand. So I ran to her, I think I did, or a friend of mine ran to her house right in town, not far away, picked it up and brought it back, and he had to sit and throw it up. And I'm like, well, this should teach you a lesson. Eat things like that, you're going to end up getting this and you're going to puke. Now, don't do that again. So he survived that. He made it through that. But didn't stop him from still doing weird things. I find out when we were in Hutch, and these kids were, probably 11, 12 years old, and his sister's 2 years older than him. My son got bored one day, and he thought, I'm bored. I'm going to shave my eyebrow. This kid went in the bathroom, shaved his eyebrow, and they were laughing so hard, and I didn't think nothing of it. I thought, well, they're always laughing and doing something weird, but not anything, crazy. So I went, and all of a sudden, I hear my daughter yelling at me to come back there. She's laughing. She goes, you gotta see Brandon. You gotta see Brandon. I'm like, oh, what did he do? Because, this kid he's different. But funny, but different. So I went back there, and he had a hat on, pulled way down, and all you can see was his eyes, and she goes, show Mom what you did. I'm like, Brandon, Joseph, what did you do? I said, you better tell me now. And he was just, laughing, but embarrassed. And my daughter was laughing so hard. And I'm like, is it, what is it? What is it? Finally, she pulls his hat off. My son has no eyebrows. I said, what did you do? And he goes, well, I was bored, so I shaved one of my eyebrows off. I'm like, why? And he goes, well, then I thought it looked really stupid, so I shaved the other one off. He goes, now I look really stupid. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm looking at this kid going, you look like an albino. What in the world possessed you to even think of doing that? What, it's like the in thing, shave one eyebrow, and yeah. No. Oh my gosh. He wore a hat and stuff for a long time until his eyebrows grew back. And now he's got one funky eyebrow that grew back, and it's hilarious. I think it's funny. It's like, see what happened? Yeah, I shouldn't have did that, should ya? Then I hear some stories that my kids told me that I didn't know about when I was out grocery shopping with my husband, and they didn't want to go, so they were old enough to stay home and watch their little sister. So they were playing tag. No, not tag, hide and seek. And Brandon decided to go crawl in the dryer. My dryer machine. My daughter, Ashley, knew he was in there. And she decided, I'm going to turn it on. She turned the dryer on with her brother in the dryer. And remember, these are teenagers. She goes, it was so funny. You hear, ow, 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 and clunk, 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 clunk. I'm like, oh, you were so glad I wasn't home, because I would have grounded you both. You guys would have been in so much trouble. It wouldn't have even been funny. I said, you guys could have wrecked my dryer. That's the first thing I thought of. And it's like, you could have killed him. You could have cooked your brother in this dryer. You could have really hurt him. She goes, oh, it was so funny. And he's screaming to get out of there. She goes, I let him out. He crawled out. He said it was so hot in there. I'm like, well, yeah, it's a dryer. Oh, these kids. Things they don't do. Climb out a window, sneak out. You name it, they did it. And one time I was blaming my husband for taking sips of whiskey out of a bottle because this alcohol kept disappearing. And he shouldn't be drinking because he's diabetic. And I didn't like him drinking because he was not a nice person when he drank either. So I was yelling at him, thinking, just chewing him out. We got many fights over this alcohol thing. To find out years later that my son, at like 13, was going in there taking straight shots of whiskey and putting it back in the cupboard and never told anybody that he did it. Well, I found out much later, after they were adults now, that he was the one sneaking the alcohol and my wine coolers and having a high old time. And he goes, it was pretty great because you blamed Jason for everything, so thanks stepdad, stepdad for taking that punishment for me. And I was like, you made me and him get into so many fights over that, and it was you the whole time. Come on. Like, why didn't Ashley tell me? Because, and I'm like, them two are like two peas in a pie. They are like together all the time. She's 29, he is 27. They are together all the time. They are very, very close to each other. And their younger sister is 5 years younger than my son, so she's 20.